no game, no pressure, just time. Time to train, time to fix things, time to build something better. So tonight isn't about Leeds, it's about this. What have Man United actually done with those 24 days? Last Friday, I asked you for players and experience, how you rebuild this team, right? But tonight, we flip it. No transfers, no excuses. Right now, with what we've got, what should be better? So whether you're live with me or watching this after, this is your show again, okay? Because tonight you decide if they've learned anything, you know, or if they've just wasted that time yet again, okay? So if you're tired of waiting for pundits to tell you what to think, what you're seeing, and you actually want to break the game down properly, hit the subscribe and be part of it here at United Lens, okay, guys? But right now, let's get straight into it and have a look at what we're expecting tomorrow night. So I will put straight away, what I expect United's team to be, okay? I feel that with all the time off, we've got the chance to finally share our strongest starting 11, okay? And this is how I see it happening. So let's just enlarge that. As always, ever reliable since we've signed him, Lamens in goal, okay? Obviously, the back line is going to change. In my opinion, hopefully there's two changes, not just the enforced one with Harry Maguire, who's obviously suspended after that stupid red card he got in the last game. So Shaw, Euro, still ever present. Bring in Martinez, from what Carrick has alluded to. And I'm hoping Mazraoui comes in for Dalot. I feel that his discipline and pace and aggression will be needed against Leeds wing-backs. But quickly going back to the Martinez thing. Okay, we all want Martinez in. Aggression, we're always happy with the way he plays, right? But Calvert-Lewin is a handful. Great in the air. You know, slab head against Calvert-Lewin, I feel it's 50-50 every ball. You know, they compete. Euro, 60-40. But Martinez, he's got one hell of a jump on him. But I just feel that he's too small to mark Calvert-Lewin. Even with the big jump, if Calvert-Lewin can jump as well, and that's the difference. So it'll be interesting to see how we deal with that. Or, and this is a big or, guys, Aiden Heaven. Does he bring Aiden Heaven in and play him instead of Martinez? You know, let me know what you think. I would only say bring Heaven in for height. Same reason you can see that I'm starting Sesko this week, because obviously I feel he should start the last few games. But when it comes to defending corners, set pieces, we need if we've got taller players, we need them in. Leeds are an aerial threat team that play direct football. So Casemiro, Mainu, they're going to have to work their socks off. I don't think they're going to be able to push forward as much as we would like, just purely because of the lack of legs to get back in this game. With Leeds, if we're all over them, Leeds will go direct. They will go from back to front instantly, and Casemiro and Mainu just aren't quick enough to get from 18 box to 18 box. So I feel that one is going to have to permanently sit. Most likely Casemiro, who reads the long ball really well, can pick that up, pull it down on the chest, anything like that. And that leaves our centre-backs free. Leeds do play a sort of 5-2-3 formation, although that's not how I've got them set up when I put it up. So it should really see Mainu and Casemiro 2v2 in the middle, and we look to counter. And on that note is why I've put Mbumo in instead of Ahmad. And Obviously, Dorgu is back training, but he won't be fit to start this game unless there's an absolute miracle and Carrick's kept it quiet. As of filming this, there has been no embargo section released. I think that's out in the next hour of the press conference, so we won't know if there's any other sort of little knocks, niggles, or secrets that have come out of the Ireland training camp. But as far as we were, everyone came back who we were expecting to come back fit. So wide play is going to be essential by Man United. Both Mbeumo and Cunha, if I could move them wider and put them right out here on the touchline, I would. Okay. Reason being, Sesko, Cunha, and Mbeumo could potentially find themselves up 1v1 against the centre backs. Okay. Leeds wing backs really do push on. And if we counter Mbeumo and cheat a little with Mbeumo and Cunha staying really wide, and that will pull the centre backs out wide. Everything we used to hate seeing teams do to us under Amorim, we need to expose. We need to get Bruno in the half space between the midfield and the defence, and we need Mbeumo and Cunha to stay as wide as possible and pull those centre-backs apart, and then get a late runner in, be it Bruno Fernandes or maybe a Kobe Mainoo, or of course the wonder header of Casemiro coming in late into the box. We're not going to be able to build up slowly against Leeds. That's fact. They will get back in a very low block 5-4-1 formation, all 11 players in their own half. That's how they played all season under Falk. So he doesn't play exciting football. I'm sorry to say it. He deals with what he's got. So we will have to expose the spaces in behind when they go all out. They're like a Timu version of the Gegenpress when they come forward. Rock and roll football on the attack, all out defence when defending. So, yeah, Sesko up front just needs to run their centre back ragged, pin him man for man on the middle centre back, and just see what he can create. If he can pull another centre back over to get a 2v1 or to mark Sesko because he's being a handful, even better, because that obviously frees up one of the three players behind, or drops them back a midfielder, and we can do a lot. Okay, so that's how I see the starting lineup. We'll go into a little bit more of what we can expose, but that's where we are. Okay, first, Danny, nice to see you, mate. Good to see you in the house tonight. The rest of you, give it a thumbs up, jump in the live chat, come have your say. Come on, it's been 23 as of counting right now. 24 days between games. You've got to have a lot to say. We've done a lot of videos about the belief in football and everything like that. But right now, we're back previewing a Leeds game. But I'm just about to get into the nitty-gritty about what I need to see from 24 days of not playing. Okay, guys? So let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of the United team. Okay. Let's whack up the Leeds team. Let's get that out of the way. Let's change this over. Right. So, guys, Leeds, like I say, they tend to play a variation of a 5-4-1 in defence or a 5-2-3 in attack. You will see, I could have set it up probably a little bit better. Aronson will be in midfield. Some of this might be out because the West Ham game, I believe they picked up a few knocks, okay? But Darlow in goal, test the keeper. Not all that. The back three, as I said, if we can get our players up against them, I think we pull them wide like they are now. That leaves channels to get runners in. If one picks up Sesko, opens it up. So Sesko, say, makes his run towards the back post. That's a big gap that we can leave wide open. The wing backs will want to get back. And that's where Mazraoui and Luke Shaw need to drag those wing backs and keep them as wide as possible with overlaps. And then we just keep flooding the ball with the ball into the box and get late runners in. They will have to drop midfielders back. Most likely, Statch won't be playing. I believe he got injured against West Ham, but it's unconfirmed, so I've left him in the team. Okay. Ampadu, Justin, Bogle, Aronson, they all sort of rotate. Aronson drops in, normally plays sort of up front in the three on the left-hand side, but quite easily can drop in sort of a left-sided 10 or making a fifth man in midfield. But up front, Calvert-Lewin will play more central, and then everyone will play, like I say, Aronson may be left, and Misha will play right side if he starts. Handful, balls in the air, flick-ons, runners. That's really could have done with Harry Maguire for this game for the aerial dominance, but we haven't got him, so we're going to have to make the best of a bad situation. I feel Leeds are worrying for United when they attack direct and fast. Long ball out, sprinting up, flick on, don't stop running, risk the offside, and that's how they look to get in behind. Wing backs will try and put the ball in early. Normally, I feel against us, they may try and drive to the byline for cutbacks because of late arrivals trying to expose Casemiro and Mainu if you can run off of them. So that's where, as I just said before, Casemiro is going to be key to sticking back and just sweeping in front of the two centre-backs, just protecting them so he doesn't have to do so much coming up. But obviously that takes his reading of the game out for the attacking phase, getting into the box. So it'll be interesting to see what we do there. Maybe play Casemiro for 45, 60 minutes, give us everything you got, and then we bring, dare I say, Ugarte or someone else on in midfield to cover that. But yeah, not a lot really to say for the Leeds team. They are a handful. They are physical. We cannot be drawn into a physical fight with them. Okay. I feel that United need to move the ball quick. We need to get in behind, diagonal balls, make the pitch as wide as possible, as big as possible, and just say, look, we're going to keep making you run backwards. The more they're running backwards, the more we can control it. And if we drive in behind and the ball's not on, recycle it, but recycle it fast. 1-2 touch. Get it across the pitch. Get Brian Mbeumo in on the right. If he can't do it, get it back. Get Cunha running him diagonal on the left. Try and get him in behind. Force the corners. Force the, even forcing the goal kicks, having the pot shots. Just keep getting that ball off. Test the keeper early and keep driving at them. So that's your two formations. Okay. But that's only really a fraction of what this game is. This is all about the 24 days, right? 24 days off. We've had 2 international matches where, most of our players didn't really have to put in a shift. Kobe Mainu got a good run out for England. Harry Maguire he's certainly not the 5th choice centre-back. We all know as United fans, Harry Maguire plays for England and is fit and is on it, is the starting centre-back. There ain't a better one for the England team. Him and John Stones, but let's be fair, we'll be lucky if Stones makes it. So for me, Harry Maguire, probably 1st or 2nd choice centre-back down for Tuchel, even though he messed up and insulted him. But Harry Maguire, new contract, would have loved to have been out there tomorrow night. He can't be, so he will be chomping at the bit for the next game, okay? And that's only a few days off. Let's focus on the first one. 24 days, like I say, international, they come back. We've still got a week and a bit to get going. What does Carrick do? He gives them time off. He gives them another couple of days off. He had the under 21s, under 18s, all in training, in first team training where he could, for those who didn't go. And it looked like fun. It looked like just keeping the body ticking over. No real tactical work done. And I sort of get it. I spoke about it in some of our videos about how when he's gone to Ireland, he talked about intensity, but That's not what that is. It was more of a bonding session. There was a couple of rounds of golf being played from what I've heard. You know, but it was about just getting out, change the scenery, and doing the tacticals, doing this is what we expect now. We can work on this. When you're in this formation, I expect you here. When we're playing a low block, moving that ball. When you saw clips of there were some ball games played. Ball gets played through, chip it back over the goal, 1, 2, 3 touches, score a goal, go again. You know, all that is just about the crossfield ball, getting a touch, getting it down, 1 touch, 2 touch, moving it quickly, because that's what we need to do to break a low block. The finishing in the net it's just a warm up game. They will take that in, they'll progress that on to diagonal crossfield balls on a training pitch of their desired size. But let's just say it was playing in half a pitch, diagonals. First touch, knock it down into someone's pass, straight through, off the runner, that kind of thing. And we need to see more of it. And I'm really hoping that that's where Carrick's gone. Intense in areas that we've been lacking. And that's what we've got to look out for tomorrow. When we play Leeds tomorrow night, this season, we've been crap on our night games in general. 3 o'clock on a Saturday, the best United seems to turn up. But as soon as we go on TV, especially on a live game, a lot of the time it's felt like we've dropped off. But that's more on the away games, I will be honest. At home, War of the Roses, this is Leeds. This isn't a normal match. This isn't even a Premier League match. This is a full out war. We cannot lose to Leeds at home. And that's the attitude I guarantee Michael Carrick will be coming out with. Woodgate's there. It's going to be a hard one for him, obviously, former captain of Leeds, but he's going to know what it's like from the other side. And I hope that's the message, just constantly being pushed while they were away. Okay, guys? When they were away, it's like, we've got Leeds, we've got Liverpool, Chelsea, all rivals in their own right throughout United's history in the Premier League. Liverpool, obviously, natural rivals. Leeds is the rivalry, in my opinion. Some people say Liverpool is, but for me, it's Leeds. Chelsea, from the Mourinho era, when they were battling, trying to steal up players that we would try and buy, created a different kind of rivalry, a bit like the Arsenal one. But let's be fair, none of us like it, and we can all smash Chelsea up and give Garnacho stick, most of the fan base will be happy. So I would hope that they've been working on formations. I would hope they've been working on what we see as fans too often, the lack of breaking down the low block. The only problem with that is, in a training session, it's fine. You tend to work on things to break it down, and you almost put restrictions on the defending team or the attacking team, depending on what part you're working on, the defense or the attack. What the hell we were doing not putting some kind of training game on against someone, even if it was an Irish team while we were over there. My mind's blown. If we could have got an Irish team, said, can you just play 5-4-1 and so we can practice breaking down a low block, anything like that. But United have really missed an opportunity. Okay. And because of that missed opportunity, I'm probably going to be really, really sort of on it in how I see the game tomorrow, because I now need to see that you've given time off. You've had 24 days, which pretty much has been wasted by the training sessions from what they've put out. We don't know 100%, so I will hold back full judgment. But what I do see in every single game is the same errors, the same problems. Since before Carrick took over, so it's not just Michael Carrick. We cannot break down a low block. We cannot make penetrating runs consistently. It happens once in a blue moon, but it should be happening all the time, pushing that back line backwards, countering them quick and clinically. You cannot cut back. You go forwards, you go to the byline, you drive towards the goal, which whatever it is, you cannot cut back onto your left foot, Ahmad, Brian. You can't cut back onto your right, Cunha. Just get in there, put the ball across, and we finish it off. Hopefully that's what we see. Okay. Now, at the back, I put Mazraoui in, and I've put Martinez in. I can understand if Martinez starts, I said, but I'm getting to the point I can't accept Dalot starting. So for me, it has to be Mazraoui. Now, that's here. What I see is that Carrick may go with Dalot because he doesn't want to make 2 out of 4 changes in his back line because he's enforced to get Martinez in or whoever to replace Maguire that he actually chooses. I can see him not taking Dalot out for that reason. I don't agree with it. Again, comes back to having all that time to train. Mazraoui in his last couple of games wasn't great, but he was going through Ramadan. He had then he was ill. You could have said that was a depleted body, not working great. He's recovered. He's back. And for me, on each person's day, Mazraoui is a better fullback than Dalot, both going forward and defending. So, you know, we will lose Dalot's long throw, and that's about it, in my opinion. But I think it will strengthen that back line. The discipline, Brian Mbeumo playing on the right, chasing back, will be better than Ahmad 9 times out of 10. Again, a lot more disciplined, a lot more do or die for the club. Whereas Cunha, we're going to need the Cunha we had, who was fighting back and giving it all out at the end of the game for making a tackle, instead of the one who wants to cheat and sort of stay in that 10 position. So he's going to be really pinnacle because we don't have anyone else really to chuck in there. Diego Leon's not playing enough football this year, so we can't bring him in. Malacia, well, the sooner that guy's gone from the club, the better for him. So left-hand side, we are really, really short. Maybe put Shea Lacey on the bench. I don't know. And we could move Mbeumo over, worst case scenario, if it's not working. Obviously, with Ahmad as well, both wingers, go hard, go fast, wear yourselves out, and we'll replace you. That's how I see it, guys. I see this as a counter-attacking game where we are really going to have to work hard, work our asses off, but show new passing patterns, show clinical thinking, quick 1-2 touch football. And, you know, you're going to have to let me know what you think, I think, tonight, guys. What are you expecting to see after having this much time off? Get in the comments afterwards. Let me know. But for now, guys, that's pretty much covered it all off. Now, remember, after the game tomorrow night, I'll do a quick player rating show. And then Tuesday night, I will break down the how the game went in the review show, because obviously Monday nights I'll be on Tactical Devils. Okay, so I will see you tomorrow for the player review when we come out with, I reckon, a 3-1 victory. Okay, 3-1. Get your results in the comments, and I'll see you then. Take care, guys.